Yo, Ty, you ready for week 5?
Yeah, I just gotta get this ball ready for the Bombers.
You got the power sander plugged in?
Sure do. That good?
Let me see. Not even close. I can still grip it.
It's week 5, and now we're at the point of the season where the contenders separate themselves from the pretenders.
We got the Wagner Lawn Care Trojans taking on the Synergy Healthcare Augies.
The Rick Grant Landscaping Blues defend their undefeated record against the McLean and Dickey Thunderbolts.
And on the Sunshine Superwash Primetime Sunday Nighter, we got the CMF Silver Bombers taking on the Santa's Nook Huskers.
And that brings us to our first segment of the show, press conference.
All right. Who am I?
You are Thunderbolts captain Mitchell Hurtubise.
All right. Right on.
All right, Mitch. First of all, do you actually believe the Bolts could maybe end the Blues winning streak today?
Yeah, I mean, any given Sunday, right? That's why we play, that's why we show up. You don't come to the field expecting that you're not going to get a fair shot at winning. And we've been on the rise lately, so I think we can handle them.
Yeah, you guys started 0-3, but you've won 2 in a row now. What do you attribute that to?
I think it's just the right mix, starting to get to know each other out there on the field, knowing each other's routes a little bit better. And if you get the right mix of people in the right week, you can really do some damage, as you saw last week.
You rank 3rd in receiving yards. You think you're still in your prime?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite the yaks guy that those other guys are, but I think the route running is still there. Just going to have to work on a little bit of pull-away speed. I got caught from behind for the first time in a long time last week, so we're going to have to work on it, get in the gym.
Mm-hmm, yeah. All right, Mitch, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Ty.
All right, who am
I? You are the captain of the Trojans, Oswell James. All right, Oswell. So the Trojans started the season winning 2 games in a row and took the Bunny Bowl, but you haven't won a game since. What up with that?
Ooh-wee, what up with that? Yeah, I think we just we got off to a fast start, and we just realized that maybe we're going a little bit too fast. There's some teams in the past that have peaked too early. The Trojans last spring, maybe the Blues this spring. We don't want to use all our best plays and show everything we got early in the season. So I think maybe we've dialed it back a little bit, and maybe we're saving some stuff for when these games really matter.
All right, I like that. Throwing a little shade there, though. What do you think the keys to success today are going to be against the Augies?
Yeah, I think last week we watching the games back, watching the tape, we realized that the Augies, they really like to target Blake Cruz, and we think that if we can just shut down Blake, we think that we won't have any issues. You shut down Blake, you don't really have to worry too much about, maybe guys like Domer out there. Sorry, Domer. I don't know why I just had to throw Domer under the bus. Okay, next question.
Okay. I love it. Well, Oz, you're ranking 1st in the whole league with 826 pass yards, 7 pass touchdowns. Where do you think you rank in this MVP race so early in the season?
Yeah, and you didn't even mention my receiving yards. So I think I'm the kind of player that can play wherever is needed. I'm the leader of my squad. I'm already the only champion of this season so far. And again, we'll be ready to go when the bowl game rolls around here again for the birthday bowl. I think when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, it won't even be a question who's the MVP. I think you're looking at him.
Holy, strong words. Everyone else, look out for Oz. Our next segment is going to be called Armchair Quarterback. Now, as you can see, we're in the chairs, but we're going in the huddle with a couple teams, and we're going to see if we can't fix what's ailing them early on in the season.
All right, Price, you go first. I want to see what you would do if you were the quarterback of the Augies.
All right, first of all, we're going to have to ditch these plays. Not because they don't work, but because they don't work for us, okay? We don't really know all of the ins and outs of football because we're not a real football team. This is flag. Okay, so plays, scrap them. Maybe just tell each other what route you want to run that time, and we'll be good. Also, we got to get these ladies involved, guys. They are studs out there. Reagan Henley, fast as hell. Tamara, you guys sleeping on Tamara. She caught the winning touchdown last year in the Power Bowl. So we got to get everybody else involved. Can't be leaning on Blake. He shows up 1 week, and you throw him 6-7 passes, and he just goes off for 280 yards, and we're like, oh, there, problem solved. It's not always going to work like that. They're looking for that. So we got to spread the ball around and share it a little bit. All right, ready? Break.
All right, I want to be the quarterback of the Silver Bombers.
Okay, Ty's going into the huddle with the Silver Bombers. Here we go.
Okay, boys, look. We can make all the excuses we want to use here, but let's be honest with ourselves. It's not the ball, all right? It's not. The problem is we're throwing deep way too much. Let's try to get some chunk plays. Have you ever heard of a running play? I don't think we've run one yet this season. Let's do a running play, all right? We got some fast players. Let's get them in motion. Let's pick up 10 yards at a time. Let's get that first down before we go for the touchdown. Here we go. Ready? Break!
Good advice from the armchair quarterbacks, I think. So we're moving on to hotline. So hotline is, we've got a couple people, friends of the show, calling in.
Yeah, let's take a caller.
They're going to let us know what concerns they have with the league so far, or questions they might have about the league. Mm-hmm. All right. What's the first caller have to say?
Hi there, Club Manager here. Just wondering if you could clarify what a jump is.
Ty, tell them what a jump is.
If both your feet leave the ground, it's essentially a jump. I think a sidestep and a jump are different. I think it's actually pretty obvious what a jump is.
Yeah, like there's also a move called a jump cut. Mm-hmm. Like the word jump is in there, and everybody loves that move because it's explosive, but it's illegal. Mm-hmm. So we can't be doing that.
Right.
So yeah, no jumps, no spins, no swatting, guys. Keep the hands up. 2 hands on the ball is a great way to run because you can never get called.
All right, we'll take our next caller.
Yo, Blake Bruce here. I'd really like you to explain pass interference. Thanks.
Well, I don't know. I think I might have saw some of it on the weekend prior, but basically if you're interfering with a person trying to catch the ball, it's going to be pass interference. And you can have offensive pass interference too, obviously. Just don't touch anybody out there. We're going for the flags, or you're going for the ball. You don't need to get involved with a man at all, right?
The big thing is, in our football, the way we play, there is never a reason for you to put your hands on another individual.
Yeah, and make sure you're just calling your own stuff. Like, there's no referees, guys, and you can't be thinking that you're going to hurt someone's feelings if you call a foul, or that you're being a poor sport if you call the foul. Like, people make mistakes, and you just got to own your mistakes, and when someone calls a foul on you, you accept it. Like, it's an acceptance league, so we accept when people feel wronged. And if that's the case, we just move on. No big deal. We're moving on to our next segment.
It's called Fashion Bug.
I'd like to meet the guy who named it that. Anyway, first issue. Shirt tuck over flag belt.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
Bad swag.
Can't do that.
That's really bad swag.
Yeah, but there was some good swag this week.
Yeah.
One
thing I want to comment on was the Percy Thomas halftime, showing up at halftime with the yellow beanie. Mm-hmm. Matches just the trim on the Thunderbolts. Real nice look.
Yeah. What else did we like this week?
No glove, no love.
No glove, no love. Rick Grant this week went to the gloves.
Hell yeah, he did.
And we're gonna give him some love. The all white and they had like the Bengal print on the inside. You're a big Bengal guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. He came up to me after the game and was like, "These are a game changer." And I said, "Yeah, a lot of guys need to get them, or like a lot of girls need to get them, because not only do they help you with the ball, like catching the ball, but it helps with the flagging. Like when I used to play, holy smokes, my fingernails would get busted up just reaching in on buckles all the time. So, I mean, not to sound soft, but it makes a difference. You can grab those flags a lot easier if you have the glove on. All right, we also have some birthdays to shout out. So we got Thunderbolts Sean Harrison on April 27th. Happy birthday to Sean. We got Huskers Andreas Snyder also on April 27th. And Silver Bombers Walden Cairns also on April 27th. It's a big day in Sports Club for the birthdays in April.
Sure is. And also on April 28th, shout out Sports Club legend Liam McDougall. It was his birthday.
And Sports Club baseball member Eddie Thibault celebrated his birthday on April 29th. So happy birthday to all those folks out there in Sports Club.
All right, and that does it for today. Have fun today, guys. Good luck.
Go get them. I guess that's it.
That's it.